What if I told you that the easiest way to become attractive wasn't in buying more things, but doing specific things that naturally make you a better looking man? What if you could look lean and aesthetic as fuck while being able to perform like one? It kind of sounds, yeah, sure, right? It's not nothing crazy. And yeah, it's nothing crazy, and it's actually easier than you think. And most people are totally missing the point of this whole looks maxing, become attractive, become lean thing. They're going extreme. They're making this their whole identity, just obsessing over girls, but they won't even admit it. We're not like that. My name is Tyler, and I'm 24 years old, and I was absolutely cooked in my younger times. If I hadn't changed the lifestyle things that I did regarding diet and working out, then yeah, I was going to be cooked pretty much. It's my goal to essentially by this year improve my look so that I can get into modeling shoots. I want to do a few shoots here and there just to say that I've done it and that I'm a model and have that kind of, I don't know, ticked off of my list. And so yeah, that's something I'm working on. In this video, essentially, what we're gonna be talking about is to improve your looks and finally start standing out in public. You should be focusing on the foundations of looking more attractive rather than jumping directly on things you can purchase. This is what I call the outlier male system. That's my system. I'll share with you that system of things that I do every day to look and feel my best physically and mentally and achieve that status of outlier male, which honestly, guys, like without all the cringe terminology and shit, essentially it means you stand out. Okay, you've got a few skills under your belt, your style is impeccable, you look impeccable, you've got the physique, you've got the looks, you've got the everything tied up into one package. You're an outlier. You stand out, and that's the kind of system that I'm teaching you guys, and the system that I'm working on, getting there myself as well. So it's a step-by-step progress. It's day in, day out. But let's get straight into the video. Health equals looks. Simple. Okay. Looks also equals health. So it goes both ways, right? So what this means is, I think we're actually going to talk about it. Yeah, here we go. What this means is looking good is simply a reflection of your inner health. More importantly, your ability to produce healthy offspring and take care of them. When I started the video and I said this isn't all that cringe, obsession with women and identity, my whole life is about fucking looking good and making sure my jawline is, sharp. The reason I said that is because if you understand the biological nature of how attraction works, how reproduction works, how literally like the reason why we exist in a biological way, if you understand that, then everything kind of becomes logical and simple and easy to understand. And it really comes down to just signaling, having the signals that you are capable. And so I think we're actually about to talk about it. Oh, yeah. Look at this, guys. I was unhealthy as fuck. I look healthy here, okay? So this all begins first with taking care of yourself and making yourself stand out physically and health-wise in the local or global genetic pool. Attraction is all about biology. Externally, you want to be healthy. Internally, you want to know and be confident in that. Confidence is simply knowing that your experience and reality is valid and the things you believe in are also valid and work for you. That is so important that I'm going to come back to it in a second. Let's just close this loophole of biology. Essentially, the more attractive you look, what that signals biologically to the opposite sex, in this case women, is that your genetics, your health, your body, your physique, the way everything is, your general health is so desirable and favorable because if both of you produce a child, that child is going to be healthy and it's going to probably live longer and prosper. And it also means that the male is going to be healthy enough to be able to take care of them and be around long enough. Do you understand that? I hope you understand that. Essentially, looks is all about health, and health is all about looks, boys. Biology is all about finding the best partner out of the local area that's possible, right? It could be your city, your suburb, but as humans in 2026, we have access to the global market, which is a positive and a negative. We won't talk about that in this video. Your whole job, as simple as it gets, is to find the best looking partner, reproduce, and raise children. And the reason you're looking for the best possible partner in terms of looks is because the chances are that they look good because they're fucking healthy. And if they're healthy, their children is going to be healthy. Simple as that, okay? So we've closed that loop. Confidence is simply knowing that your experience and reality is valid and the things you believe in are also valid and work for you. So let's close this loop right now. Essentially, what this means is you have a belief, and I won't go too much into this in detail. This channel, we don't really talk about like confidence, mental stuff, but if you do need help with that, you can apply one-to-one to work with me on mindset stuff in the top link in the description. Very happy to help you get to your desired self. But confidence is essentially having a belief in your mind, knowing that it's true, knowing that it's valid, and knowing that not only is it true for you, but it also works for you. And I mean knowing, not believing, not thinking, and I mean knowing, like, oh yeah, as knowing, like as much as you know that when you flick the switch for your bedroom lights, it's going to turn on. That's how you know that a belief or an experience or your reality is valid and is true for you. That's all confidence is. So in an example, if I said, oh yeah, bro, the sky is green. And you said, what do you mean the sky is blue? And I was just I knew the sky is green. I would respond, the sky is green, bro. What do you mean? Like, what's crazy about that? And you'd be like, no, bro, are you serious? The sky is blue. Are you stupid? Bro, the sky is green. Like, we're not having this conversation, okay? The sky is green. You think the sky is blue? Cool. That's what confidence is. Sure, that's like a delusional example, right? That's a totally ridiculous example, but he's confident in his reality. We've closed that loop. So let's dive into the actual physical things I do every day and that you can do for almost free to improve your health and therefore your looks, boys. This is my daily system. Let's jump straight into it. This is how you're going to look attractive as fuck 2026 and healthy as fuck. 10,000 steps per day plus sun exposure plus walking meditation. So I get 10K steps per day in. I take my shirt off. I go and walk in the sun. It takes around an hour and a half of walking. And most days I do walking meditation, which means as I'm walking, I focus on breathing in a rhythmic and controlled way. I breathe through my diaphragm and I breathe while I'm mewing as well. That's an important habit stack that I do to become more attractive. And essentially, I just focus on my breathing. And anytime my mind thinks about anything else, I bring it back to that breath and back to holding that mewing and keeping upright posture. That's all walking meditation is. The reason you'd be doing this is to activate your lymphatic system, your body's natural detox and cleansing system, and engage it, and so that you can clear inflammation from your skin and become less stressed, because less stress, less cortisol means happier you, and the happier you are, the more beautiful and sexy you're going to look. MashaAllah. Lifting 3 times a week. Key, minimum, you should be lifting 3 times a week. The reason minimum is push-pull legs. Like, you're going to be hitting all body parts if you follow that system. That's why you should be hitting it 3 times a week. So that way you can get all body groups, okay? I've done a video about my how I balance bodybuilding and looking good. You can look into that in my channel. Make sure to subscribe as well. And I'll actually tell you my program in a few weeks, pretty soon, once I've actually created it and used it for a few exercises, okay? So keep that up as well. Sauna, cold plunge 3 times a week, ideally. The sauna is going to be an amazing way to, again, engage your lymphatic system and detox microplastics and toxins away from your skin, which is your body's largest organ essentially. And the cold plunge or cold showers are an incredible way to get rid of inflammation within seconds from your face and your body. I don't know, it does something incredible where it does something in your body where, it does something, I don't know what it is, but as soon as you get out of the cold shower, your skin becomes so clear and so smooth and so nice. Pro tip, ideally, you want to be doing this on a shower filter, because for some reason, like gym showers and all that, where you go to like do cold plunges, they're just maxed out with chlorine, and chlorine is terrible for you. So try to do it with a clean water source. Like, you can go to waterfalls, into nature, whatnot, or you can install a shower filter at home. Eating 90% clean is my next system. So 90% clean means 90% over the week, 90% over every day, whatever, but eating 90% clean. Now, most of you who would be starting this system, you need to be eating 100% clean for the first few weeks for your body and your gut system to readapt and align itself. But after that, you can you can totally, afford to eat 90%, 80% clean and have the other 10% and cheat, no problem. By the way, eating 90% clean, what the fuck is eating clean? I made a video about that in this channel as well. So go and check that. It's actually my first video on the channel. Make sure to check that out, boys. Fasting every morning, that's something I'm doing. I fast, it's 2:15 p.m. right now, and I'm still fasted. I won't eat for another 3 hours around 5 o'clock. And you might be asking, how do you get your protein in? Trust me, I do. If I'm working out, I snack throughout the day, so I don't fast religiously. If I have a day where I'm working out, and again, this is part of my system, I will fuel my workout with honey, with fruits, with a bit of dairy, with some protein here and there. And then I'll eat another 150 grams of protein in one meal at night. Okay. But if I'm not working out, which is one of these days today, then I won't eat up until my only one meal and my last meal. Yoga, stretching, and fascia release is another way to become more attractive, especially if you can do fascia release and facial yoga. That's going to be incredible for you. But general yoga and stretching, the reason why I say this is it unlocks fascia in your body. It engages your lymphatic system. It makes you feel more calmer and more healthier and more flexible and less body pain, and improves your posture over time, which is all going to work into your masculine frame and your body language, guys. Imagine you're walking, sure you look attractive, sure you've got the style, but your posture is completely fucked up. And this is something that can help with that. There are more advanced and specific things you should be doing for posture, but this is something that you can absolutely do for living more pain-free. Because think about it, when you've got back pain, your posture is going to be terrible anyway. And when you're talking to a girl or when you're doing something, your back pain is just going to cause problems and make you look a bit stressed and agitated, which is not what we want. If we want to feel and look attractive and confident, we want to be calm and relaxed. So get rid of back pain, get rid of those posture problems. Prioritizing sleep. The best way to prioritize your sleep is to be in darkness and isolation like 2 hours prior to sleep. That means no eating food, no stimulation, complete darkness, cool room, whatever, blue light glasses, but also to wake up without an alarm. And that's something I've been doing every single day as much as I can. I work 2 days a week, so for those days, I do need to set up an alarm and wake up. But most days, I end up waking up before my alarm anyway on those work days. And then on my free days where I come and do content, I wake up whenever my body wants to wake up, prioritizing my body's detox system. And finally, practice a martial art or high intensity activity on top of lifting. This means running, this means kettlebell exercises, this means fascia exercises where you're doing a lot of fast, different little fascia movements, keeping your activity high up and engaging that lymphatic system once again. It could be running, it could be swimming, cycling, boxing, kickboxing, whatever it is. Just keep that up as well, because another thing is when you're doing high intensity, you should be focusing on mewing and breathing from your diaphragm, which is going to shape your jaw structure and your face over time naturally as well. Think about how many people you know who do one of these, let alone 2, 3, or all of these habits that I've mentioned to you right now. Consistently doing these every day and week for a few years is going to put you so ahead of the normal person. The thing is, guys, you're ambitious, I'm ambitious. You're thinking, man, all right, I'm going to do this, and then you do it, and then you don't see the results. You might feel better, but you don't see the results. And you're like, fuck, I want the results now. I want to be ahead right now. But what you need to understand is this is all about consistency and just sticking to the system and doing this for months and months and years, and then looking back and seeing, holy shit, I've come so far. Again, how many people do you think are doing one of these, let alone all of them? Think about all the unhealthy shit they have to undo before they even get to your level. Start early. I wish I started much earlier. I'm 24 now. I wish I started when I was 18, honestly. Then, once you've done those foundations, begin investing in these. This is a more advanced video, which I'll do in the future because I'm not even here yet. I haven't even gotten half of these, but this is something you can do. Classy clothing that fits you and makes you stand out and high value. Look, fuck feeling high value. Fuck, getting the female gaze. When you dress up nicely and sharply, you feel confident. You feel good. And that's all I want for you. Because when you feel good and confident in a sharp outfit, then you're naturally going to perform better and you're going to naturally look better anyway. That's what we want. You know, your smile really does go a long way. Your happiness, your, relaxed level of your level of relaxation goes a long way. Accessories to go with it. By the way, if you're interested in guides about what to wear and stuff, please let me know, because I've been experimenting with a few new different styles, and I've actually got a style that's been getting a lot of attention from women recently, and I'll tell you what it is straight up. I've got a black tank top, a black singlet that I wear, and it's a high quality one. It's a nice designed, none of those ripped one, none of those pajama looking ones, $5 ones. This one was $35, really quality, nice one. It's from Industry. If you're Australian, go to Industry and check it out. You can also get one from Cotton On as well. And I wear that singlet and I tuck it into my linen pants, and I wear black linen pants as well. It fits nicely around my legs. And then some shoes, whatever shoes, white sneakers work, or, loafers, not loafers, but those slip-ons, whatever. Wear a watch and then get a necklace for yourself. I've got this little dog tag, if you will. And I've noticed it gets a lot of a lot of attention from women, especially if you have a nice physique, upper body. If you've got nice shoulders, if you've got veins and a nice trap and neck development, you're going to get a lot of attention. So make sure to keep those in mind. But some other things you can do as accessories to go with it. Invest in classes rather than exercising alone. This is going to be really, really interesting, which I'm sure you haven't heard before, but you might have thought about before, is rather than going to the gym now, invest in doing classes. On top of going to the gym, go to the gym with friends or make friends at the gym and work out with them. But on top of that, now pay for classes, pay for martial art classes, pay for one-on-one, pay for yoga classes and meditation classes and workshops. Attend these places, because then while you're doing these activities, you're going to be feeling good, and chances are you're going to be making friends so much easier, and you could find a potential, future date, future girlfriend, whatever. But this is going to develop you in and make you more attractive over the long term as well. Invest in completely natural skincare or products. I'm talking natural supplements, or actually I've got the point down there, which I'll get to, but natural skincare, beef tallow, essential oils, rosemary for your hair, all that good stuff, natural deodorants, gadgets that make your home and life healthier, stainless steel pans, wooden cutting boards, glass, ceramic, that good stuff. Get an air filter, which I got recently. Your cleaning supplies and your soaps and your dishwashing tablets should all be natural and clean, and clean from microplastics and chemicals and shit that completely wrecks your hormones. Get water filters around your shower. Reverse osmosis, can't afford it right now, but when I do make some good money, definitely that's one of my investments. When I do get a home, I don't even have a home. Start frequenting a few spots and make them yours. This is going to be an interesting habit that you can do, because what it's going to do is, now that you're going to a few spots, you become a regular. People start to know your name, especially if you're dressing up and you're getting there. You're going to start talking to people and making some friends. It's just a little advice that you can start investing in. Advanced supplements. I'm talking shilajit, ashwagandha, some mushrooms here and there, LSD. No, I'm joking. But medicinal mushrooms, right? Not fucking psilocybin, L-citrulline, creatine, magnesium, L-threonate. Keep them simple, keep them effective, keep them as high quality and as natural as possible. Look for highly absorbable products. Make sure, the body can actually absorb them. You'll find out by doing a little bit of research. I might do a video on this in the future. Begin investing in these after the foundations, boys. However, if you focus on healing your gut, your hormones, health, and life in general, you will be so ahead in the genetic pool that it's impossible for you to not be an outlier in society anyway. Not only that, your life satisfaction and quality will improve drastically. I mean, I've just spent 20 minutes talking to you about walking and, eating clean. That's going to improve your life. That's going to improve your health. No more back pain, no more bullshit happening. Imagine looking back just 1 year from today, having been consistent all this time to the best of your ability. The chances you will notice and feel in yourself will be undeniable. And you're also that much closer to your dream potential as a man. If you want to get there faster, you can apply to work with me one-to-one, where I will be by your side getting you to your dream character. Essentially, we'll go through a system where you'll apply and we'll message back and forth, and we'll see if you're a good fit, if you like working with me. Then we'll assess your current situation, we'll look at your physique, we'll look at your habits, we'll audit your life, and then we'll formulate a plan for you together, and I'll keep you accountable to that plan, and we'll review that every single week, every few months, whatnot, and I'll just keep you accountable and make you a better looking man. We'll get you to that dream physique. Like I said at the start, my goal is to become a model and do modeling shoots, not only for other fashion brands, but my own fashion company and in the future, and my own business here on YouTube. Generally, I think the fashion industry is completely satanic. I think it's just ridiculous. I think all of them, they do some crazy child harvesting bullshit. The only reason I want to become a model is just to say that I became a model. Honestly, that's the only reason I give a fuck about it. Because the way I'm going to do modeling in the future, like I said, is through my own content and through like Instagram and my own products and whatnot, my own little projects in the future. So yeah, if that's something like you're planning to do, you want to become a fitness coach, you want to improve your physique so you can get into modeling or whatever it is, yeah, man, I'm happy to get you there too. Let's work together. Every day you don't take action is another day you have to undo bad health when you finally do decide to take action. So I learned what I learned at 22, and I'm still learning. I'm progressing. I'm not 100 steps ahead of you. I'm probably only a few steps ahead of you. Most men will not take action till their 40s, boys. So that's the end. Subscribe to see my related videos. I will make free videos every day, every time, wherever I can for you. I'll give you my entire system, my entire content system, whatever, completely for free. But if you want help implementing that and getting to your dream self faster, then you can work with me and I'll get you there faster, and we'll change your life one step at a time. Much love, and I'll see you next time.